You know, the months just roll around, and before we know it, another one has passed. It was hard to believe that I went almost the whole month of June without posting a video. But I guess it's because I was so engrossed with the fact that I was on HomeWorthy. I was featured, and I wanted to save that as a surprise for those that saw it. So I hope you were surprised when you saw me on there. And I did a lot of talking, so I just said, well, I'll just give myself a break, but I didn't realize I gave myself almost a month break. But I am back on the grind of doing my videos, and I've come down off of my high, and I'm ready to go back to sharing. And needless to say, I have a lot of catching up to do, so there's some things that kind of happened. I need to give you an update on the farmhouse too. And I also have a lot of new subscribers, so welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. Yes, I was struggling to make 5,000 subscribers, and being on HomeWorthy took me over the notch, so I was actually over 5,000, so thank you. And I just wanted to plug in my little intro here. Hi HomeWorthy, my name is Jamela. Welcome to my home in South Carolina.
You're watching HomeWorthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, my name is Jamela Wallace, and I'm the content creator for the lifestyle of the Thrift and Famous. Welcome to my home in Whitmire, South Carolina. And if you didn't catch the tour, I will put the link in my description box so you can just hop on over and catch the full tour. Now, moving along with what's going on lately, I'm going to save the farmhouse recap for another time, for another video, because that's a lot. But for the month of June, I have to say that I've just been melancholy around the house, doing some things and piddling. And I just figure that mentally I kind of needed a break from some other stuff because, well, first of all, we celebrated my cousin's birthday, which was wonderful. And then I've just been focusing on my yard. And we've gotten it all together and cleaned up. And my friend Jake, who has been working diligently, and I've been working some, but I finally got it to where I walk in and see it and just kind of love how it looks. All my hard work now looks again like all my hard work is shining. So yeah, I really do like the progress that has been made in my yard. And I'm so glad and thankful that I was able to get the help that I needed to get it done. And he took the time and care to really do the job correctly, like I would love it. So yeah, you know, we work so hard on stuff, and then we forget. Well, I know I forgot the upkeep of all of that. So yeah, but it makes me happy that when I walk in my home, my yard looks really good. So yeah. And then back inside, my orchids are blooming. I always like to give my orchids a shout out because I get so happy when they bloom. And then at my mother's house, she has the century plant, and it's finally starting to bloom. So that's wonderful. My mother's birthday is in June, and this bloomed in June. So we was thinking we'll take it as a sign that she's going down on it. It's been a minute since I went out thrifting, so I just took in a little bit on my lunch hour and saw some pieces here that I'm going to share in the next clips. Of course, there's glasses, and those were, I thought, would be cute orange juice glasses or breakfast glasses. And then this wooden salad set was good too. And this marble cheese tray was really good, and at $10 I thought that was a great buy for that. But I didn't get it, and of course I saw another flower pot, and I'm thinking about going back getting that one. But anyway, and then I looked up this tangine pot. I thought that was kind of different. I never had seen those. I actually had to look it up. But yeah, that was a nice little find, something different. And then I like this little bowl here that had the colors on it. And then just some regular Pyrex dishes and other trays and stuff. So it's still a lot out there that needs new homes to go to. So I honestly can't bring too much more home. But, there's always something that you will find that would say, oh, just go ahead and get it. Yeah, and I did get a couple of picture frames because they were only $3. So I did buy that gold one, and I bought this glass one, this crystal one, which I thought was perfect to have. And like I said, they were only $3 each. So yeah, and I do need picture frames because, again, I'm switching out some stuff at my mother's house too. And there's some pictures that I want to put out in my house of some, older pictures of my family and friends and stuff. So yeah, not too many, but just some. And then, of course, I spotted this crystal dish again, and it was a covered one. So I have a little fetish for the ones that with the little lids on it. So and that one was only $12. I love the cut on it and thought it would be fancy. So I did get that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Lately, it's like I just can't wait to get home, relax, do my plant care, and just unwind. I don't know if it's me or it's just or something in the air, but it just seems like things are just more chaotic at times. And there are days when I get off work, it's like I'm racing to get home just so I could relax myself, relax my mind, and begin my flow at home. It's almost like a peaceful state where it's starting to resonate that I need that more in my life. And granted, a home remodel is always stressful at times, dealing with, what's next, or, the financial strain of certain things. And sometimes it can be overwhelming, but the farmhouse project is coming along nicely. But even at my house, my air conditioner broke down, and that was stressful because I was praying and hoping that I wasn't going to need a new unit. And then luckily, even while that happened, I didn't get too stressed out. But it was hot in that house. My house got up to like almost 90 degrees inside. And I had all the ceiling fans blowing. But luckily, this house is old and it has one of those attic fans. So I was able to turn that on and kind of rig it up to where it stays running, and it sucked all the hot air out of the house. And with the ceiling fans going and that going, it did keep the house a little breezy, but it was still warm in here. But I thank God that it didn't last long and it was able to be repaired and it didn't break the bank. So that was one of those cases where you just have to roll with the punches, because God knows it could have been far worse. We'll just be thankful for what blessings we can get. So me coming home and putting on my music is just so soothing for my soul. And there's 3 albums of Stevie Wonder's that I've been playing now for almost 2 months and just can't stop playing them. And that is Inner Visions, Songs in the Key of Life, and Fulfillingness. And all those came out in the 70s, and the songs are still resonating to today. And if you don't have those in your collection, I have to say I highly recommend you get them in your collection, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. And I decided what I was going to put in my little new jar. And that's just a snack that I always keep around, and it's nothing but a bunch of pretzels. But I love grabbing a few to munch on before I start my little cooking or whatever. If I'm watching something, I just like to grab a quick handful of pretzels and just munch on them. So my little cheap bag of pretzels do look kind of fancy sitting on the counter in its nice new little dish. Little things that make you happy. And it's just not, it's just not expensive stuff, but it still looks good and makes me happy. And in another note, in another room that did not get showcased on HomeWorthy was my other guest room that I have. I really kind of wanted to share this room, but they dictate how many rooms or whatever, so I don't know. But anyway, I did give a little update to this room. I've had this hanging light for years, and I bought it from Ross's. I want to say maybe in 2021. It's been so long ago that I've had it that and I didn't know where I was going to put it, but they had it on sale for what, $28, I think the tag says. Yeah, but I just didn't hang it, and I decided it needed a little sprucing. I'd been eyeing the rattan light fixtures with the fringe coming down on it, and they are quite pricey. Well, pricey for me. So yes, especially, well, put it this way, I just budget things accordingly, and I just thought that it was a bit above my pay range. But I had that light fixture, so I just ordered some of the rattan from off Amazon, and the rattan I ordered was $13. And I do mean I love those light fixtures, but I just couldn't justify spending that kind of money, not right now. And so, but I figured the room could use a little something extra in it rather, because my plants are doing wonderful in this room, and it's just looking great. So I just said, well, let me put a hanging light over the chair. So I added the fringe to the light fixture, and it's giving me that look that I kind of want to, I'm going to say copy off of. Yeah, so once I wrapped it all around the light, I'm ready to hang it. And I called my guy that I always get to call to come do some stuff for me, Orrin, and he came and he hung the cord for me because I don't get up on ladders that high anymore. And it looks so perfect in the room. I know one thing, it added a nice little warmth feel in that corner, and it gave it more of my boho style that I love. I keep, I like lamps on in the house anyway. I don't like the ceiling lights too much. They rarely come on, so having that corner kind of glowing like that looks really soft and pretty cool. So I'm loving the fact that I got this lamp hanging in there now. And not to mention, I'm going to jump up and down knowing that I only spent $41 total. Well, we'll just say under $45 because of tax or whatever. But anyway, it still has that look for less. And I normally don't, well, I haven't been to Ross's since I bought this, but I'm glad that particular day I popped in there and found that light fixture years ago. So yes, this is my other guest room that did not make the feature for HomeWorthy, but if you want me to do a tour around it, I will. Because remember, beauty is being home and loving it. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Living the Lifestyle of the Thrift and Famous. Don't forget to drop me a comment, like, and share.